In my last video, I said this. By the way, if you're wondering what kind of email this is, it's a temporary email. I use temporary email addresses to try out products before deciding if I want to use the product or not. To prevent them from spamming my main email address, really, I'll create a video on how to create temporary email addresses. So watch out for that. And I got a few people saying they didn't know that was possible and they were looking forward to the video on creating a temporary email address. Well, this is that video. Today, I'll be breaking down what a temporary or a disposable email address is, why you should consider using one, and how you can easily create your own. That said, let's dive in. Now, a temporary email address, which is sometimes called a disposable or burner email address, is exactly what it sounds like. An email address that exists for a short period and then disappears. It's like a single-use paper plate. You use it and then you throw it away. Now, these emails do not require a sign-up or personal information. You simply visit a site or download an app. It generates a random email address for you and you can start receiving emails instantly. These email addresses usually exist for a few minutes or a few hours and sometimes a few days, after which they're gone, along with all the messages in them. So why should you care? Why should you even bother using a temporary email address? Well, here are 4 legitimate reasons to use temporary email addresses. 1, to avoid spam and junk. This is like the most obvious reason. Have you ever signed up for something and instantly regretted it because of the endless marketing emails? Well, yes, I have. And maybe you could unsubscribe, but who has time to do that for every single email? Really? I mean, maybe you just wanted to download a free resource or test a new tool, and then suddenly your email is drowning in newsletters, promotions, and spam. And as a product manager, I am testing and signing up for new tools all the time. But that doesn't mean that I want my inbox flooded with follow-ups and upsells. Come on. A temporary email address enables you grab just what you need and move on without having to deal with all the spam. Second reason, privacy. I don't know about you, but for me, giving out my email can sometimes feel like giving out my phone number. Once it's out there, you have no control over who has it. It might get leaked, sold, or end up in a marketing database forever. A temporary email acts as a shield, keeping your personal inbox safe from data breaches or phishing attempts. A phishing attempt is when a scammer tries to trick you into giving away sensitive information like your password, credit card detail, or other personal data by pretending to be someone, in this case, a website or application that you trust. Third reason, two, three. Third reason, testing and verifying services. If you're a product manager, a developer, a marketer, or just someone who wants to test how email notifications work on different platforms or even your own platform, temporary emails are a lifesaver. You can easily get 100 disposable emails to create dummy accounts and use them to test sign up processes, user flows, transaction emails, and all of that without actually cluttering your main inbox. Final reason, anonymity. Now, whether you're reporting an issue, signing up for something you're unsure about, or asking a sensitive question, temporary emails enable you stay anonymous. Now, with all that said, let's get into how to create one. Now, something I know that a lot of people do is create multiple Gmail accounts. Well, that can work if you don't sign up or test new products often. It keeps your primary inbox safe and clean while giving you long-term access to your multiple Gmail accounts. But it can quickly become a hassle. I mean, managing multiple logins, remembering passwords, and switching between accounts can get frustrating very quickly. Plus, Google sometimes requires phone number verification, which adds an extra layer of effort. A disposable email address is a much simpler solution. You're not signing up for anything, verifying anything, or managing multiple accounts. Just generate an email, use it, and move on. You can do this by using disposable email providers. We're going to explore three of them that are easy to use. Let's go. The first one is 10minutemail.com. This one is very simple and straightforward. We can see our email here. You can click this button to copy it. Here we have our inbox, and like the name implies, each email address is accessible for a duration of 10 minutes. We can see the countdown timer right here. After 10 minutes, the email disappears. And when it does, no email will be delivered to that address. The sender will get a message like this: address not found. So you definitely do not want to make a mistake using temporary emails for something important, like signing up for an account that you will need later. All right. Once the timer runs out, that email is gone for good, and there's no way to recover messages. Okay. Next, we have Guerrillamail.com. Now, this one has some extra features to it, which I like. This is my temporary email address. To change the username, I can either click on it, type what I want, and hit set. Or you can click the forget me button, type what you want, and hit set. Whichever one works for you. You can also use a different domain by clicking the drop down button here and selecting any domain from this list. I'll just go with this one. Another thing you can do here is scramble your email address. Now, this is the email address I have set. If I hit this checkbox, it gets scrambled. If I uncheck, it returns to normal. All emails sent to either of them will arrive in my inbox. All right. The scramble feature is an important feature for this particular temporary email provider. All right. Because anyone can create whatever email you have set here. Let me repeat that. Anyone can create whatever email you have set here. Now, let me explain. All right. The list of domains we have here is the same for everyone that accesses this tool. All right. And if someone knows the username you created, they can use the same on their end and get the same emails that you will get. All right. So you can have 5, 10, 20, 100 people getting the same emails if their email address is the same. That is, their username and the domain they chose are the same. All right. So you probably want to use a unique username or just use the scramble feature. All right. You can hit this checkbox and click delete to delete a mail. But even if you don't delete, the emails remain here for 1 hour, after which they are deleted, whether you check them or not. And then finally, we have my personal favorite, Tempmail.org. Now, why is this my personal favorite? Well, for one, The design. Come on. This obviously has a better UI design than the other two, right? And then secondly, I like that this can retain emails for longer, at least until I delete them or the server updates the domain, which sometimes can take a few days. All right. And also compared to Gorilla, right, there is no need to scramble emails because this gives me a distinct, fair looking mail that no one else has access to. So let's check it out. Here we have our email address, which you can copy by clicking this button. You can use this to generate a QR code for your email. I can't think of a use case for this. Like, why would I want to generate a QR code for a temporary email address? I can't think of why I would want to do that. But if you can think of a reason for that, I would really love to hear it. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, right? You can copy your email by using this button as well. Refresh your email list with this button. Now, if you have an email you're expecting that is not on this list, you can use the refresh button to refresh the list. This change button is for premium users. It's used to recover email addresses. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you totally need to recover a temporary email address, then this is going to be a lifesaver for you, which is probably another reason why it's my personal favorite. Not that I'm saying that it will happen to me. I mean, it has never happened and it will never happen, but the feature makes you feel safe, which I think is nice, right? Then the delete button replaces your current email with another one. You can hit the button as many times as you want. A new email would be generated for you every time. So they have a mobile application you can download by choosing your OS version here, or just go to your app store and search for Tempmail. Now, if you would like to upgrade to premium for added features, simply come and hit the premium button here. These are the benefits of premium. And to subscribe, you'll be required to enter your main email address, your real email address. Yes, because you should never use a disposable email address for a paid subscription, right? What happens when that temporary email expires? You lose access. That's what happens, especially when you sign up on a platform that requires you to verify your login at intervals. What would you do? Or you forget your password and you can't reset it. Or let's say you sign up for a free trial where you put your card details and then you forget about it. Now you might be charged without a way to go and cancel, like to log in and cancel. That's not a situation you want to be in, right? So, and there are several other scenarios that could happen. You do not want to use a temporary email address for anything important. I don't even know how else to say that. All right. So anything important at all, paid services, banking, work related accounts, whatever important stuff, do not use temporary email addresses. All right. You should always use your real and permanent email, not a temporary or disposable email for anything important. Okay. I had to emphasize that. All right. And that's all we have on creating temporary email addresses. The three we've explored are not the only ones that exist, but whichever one you choose to go for, make sure it does not require you to sign up for anything, does not require you to verify anything. It keeps your personal information and identity anonymous. And then lastly, your temp email is created or generated in one click to save you time. All right. So this is something you definitely want to have in your digital toolkit, especially as a product manager, a developer, or someone who signs up and tests new products and features often. It's going to make your work a lot easier. Do you use temporary email addresses? Will you start using one? Let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. If you found this video valuable, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification to get more product tutorials, reviews, guides, tips, tricks, and product management strategies. See you in the next one.